Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Hardwired Dog Training. Just so everyone knows, yesterday I got myself a dog, but this is our first full day with him, so we're going to call this day one. And on day one, it is essential that you begin potty training and crate training. Those two things go together, so that's what we're going to focus on in this video. Now, follow me outside. We're going to go ahead and start the process with him. Bring yourself some treats. These are Northwest Naturals. They're chicken breast. They're one ingredient treats. They're really good. So we're going to go ahead and start this. Come on. Come on, Bungee. Come on, Bungee. And because God doesn't really care about our timing, he decided to make it rain and snow today. And luckily, our new dog Bungee doesn't seem to care that much about the rain and the snow yet. I'm sure we'll deal with it when we get to thunder and lightning. But for now, he's okay. Come on, buddy. So we're going to take him out into the middle of the yard. I have all sorts of different textures in this yard because there's leaf piles, and of course there's mud and rain and dirt, and we have trees with roots and sticks and stuff on the ground. So these are things to keep in mind when you have a puppy. Eventually we're going to have to do more lawn work, but I left this stuff here for two reasons. Number one, because I didn't want to deal with it, but number two is because it provides all of the necessary textures. You see, when he goes potty, we're going to reward this right here. Good job, buddy. Come here. It's a little bit slow. Normally you want to have better timing than that, but my hands are a little cold, so. But anyway, we have all these different textures and stuff for him to touch and smell, and he's really liked going after leaves. We're going to keep him out here for a couple more minutes. I know he probably does not have to poo yet, but we're going to keep him out just in case he needs to go pee again or poo again. What you want to do is take him out. He's 7 weeks old, and for a 7-week-old puppy, you want it to be quite often. I would recommend every single hour. I do every single hour on the hour. That way, he has no opportunity to go in the house. And when he's in the house, he's going to stay on the long line or a leash and belted to my waist, like this one is here. I have a little carabiner attached to my waist so that he cannot get away from me. And that allows him to be under 100% constant supervision. But when he's not under that sort of supervision, when I can't directly watch him, I go to work or we go to church or something else, at that point, what we're going to do is we're going to put him in the crate. And that's why potty training and crate training go together. Because he can't be out in the house all day, he needs to be in a crate. And the crate is going to be by the back door. That way, as soon as he's out of the crate, we come right outside. And again, we do that every single hour on the hour. And after we go inside, we're going to play for 15 minutes. And then after the play, either we're going to do a little bit of training or he's going to go back in the crate. So if he's not training with me, playing with me, or outside on a potty break, then he's probably going to be in the crate. So we don't let our dogs run around free inside of the house, or at least we don't let our puppies run free inside of the house, not at least until they're potty trained. So that's what we have to establish first, is that boundary. They have to be potty trained. Once they're potty trained, they earn a little bit more freedom. Once they're more well-mannered and fully trained, they earn even more freedom. So you start from a small space, the back door, the crate, and then you open up into the much larger space as time goes on and the dog learns its boundary and learns its role in the family. So let's go on back inside. It's getting a little cold out here, and I know if I'm cold, the puppy's cold too. So we're going to go inside and wipe off his feet, and then we'll show you a little bit about crate training. All right, everybody, so here we are by the back door in the kitchen in our house, and Bungee here is about to do a little bit of crate training. And what we want to do is make the crate kind of a den-like space for him, a space where he can be in on his own. Now, if you look inside the crate really quick, you can see that we have a wire divider in there. So we got this extra large crate, which he'll grow into over time, but it's important not to let your dog go into a crate that is too big. And the reason why is because dogs naturally will not pee and poop where they sleep. But if he can sleep on this side and poop on this side, then that's no good. It does no good for you to do your potty training, which involves him going into the crate if his crate is too big and he's able to poop in there. So we put a divider in there, give him just enough space to turn around and do his business. And then after that, you can start your crate training. And so what I want to do is make him like the crate. And all you got to do is say, Bungee, come here. Come on, buddy. And again, he likes these treats. So I'm just going to take this and kind of lure him in there. Yes. And we want to say the word yes. Eventually I'll go over what's called charging the markers, where you say either the word yes or you use a clicker. As soon as he does what you want, you reward him. The longer he does it, the more I'm going to reward him. If your dog will not take to a lure, I will show you something else you can do after I'm done rewarding him. So you also want him to know that he can come out also. And so once the treats are gone, I'm waiting for him to come out voluntarily. If he doesn't, that's okay too. That's actually a plus, but he's probably going to end up coming out of the crate. There we go. Bungee! And all I'm going to do is lure him back into the crate so he knows exactly what I want. And eventually, once we've done this enough, we're going to attach the words go to crate or just crate. That way he knows exactly what it is we want and what it is he's supposed to do. Again, I'm going to get a little bit more treats. And here he comes. And I'm just going to say, hey, look. He said, why would I want that one when you got a whole bag? Yes. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to close the door a little bit. And I'm going to drop another one in there. And so you let him know that the door closes and opens, and that he's able to come out of it whenever it opens. And eventually we want him to be able to settle in the crate before we open the door. But right now it's a little bit much to ask of a puppy. It's like asking a little kid not to cry when you put him in a crib, and not to cry when you walk by. So, oh, see, he came out again. This time, instead of using the treats, one thing that you can do is take a toy. Oops, treats fell. You take a toy, you say, Bungee, look! Look! And he likes this toy, so we're going to use it. He's still... He's not taking the toy very well, but that's okay. It's an imperfect process. Bungee, look! Come on! Come on, buddy! That just means I'm not being exciting enough, huh? Yes, there you go. See, now that he has a hold of the toy, you're just going to take it in there with him. And so, you see, I was still able to drag him in here, even though there's a little bit of treat residue in there. Ideally, you can drag him in there, and I use the word drag a little bit off-putting maybe, so kind of lure him in there with the tug toy. Please don't drag your dog around, but you can use this, and you can even throw it in here to get him interested in the crate. Do not leave soft plush toys, even toys like a tug, in the crate with your dog. It is extremely dangerous if your dog starts ripping out the stuffing and eating it, so do not do that. Um, Nylabone sells a chill and chew that you can set in there. So you freeze it and you set it in there if your dog needs to chew on something to calm down, because they're teething. You want them to be able to chew on something in the crate. You want them to be able to be kept busy. I don't put towels or soft things or any of that in the crate with the dog because it can be potentially dangerous. Now, does that mean something will happen? No, but it can. So while you're crate training, keep your dog's safety in mind as well. This process takes more than a day. It takes a few weeks of constantly crate training and potty training. So if your dog doesn't get it right away, just go a little bit more slower. Be patient. It's going to take a few weeks anyway. A few extra days going slower isn't going to hurt. Now, all of that said, because we have work and we have other obligations and stuff, there are times that I have to put my puppy in the crate even before he's crate trained. And you're going to have a sort of tough love mindset that your puppy cannot be roaming around the house on its own, and we can't take him with us to church or to work or anything else. So he's going to have to stay in the crate. Do not let him stay in longer than about 2 hours. And that's because he will end up having an accident, and that would be bad. So at the same time, when he is in the crate, don't let him out just because he whines a little bit. Set a timer for about 10 minutes. And if he stops whining within 10 minutes, then no need to worry about it. If he doesn't stop whining, you probably need to check and see what the whining is about. Eventually, this crate training, once he likes the crate and everything, will lead to us training for social anxiety. And it's a foundation for a lot of other things as well. And we will show you that eventually on Hardwired. Thank you for watching, and please like, comment, and subscribe.